98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Sage Babalola is my name. I'm more than elated to be back on radio with you to discuss, have conversations, dialogue about the state of the nation, talk about government relationship that we have with international communities and international financial organizations, amongst others. Basically, the Situation Room is an idea of how the state of the country directly or indirectly affects you as a citizen of our beloved country, Nigeria. Welcome once again to radio. Sage Babalola is my name. What exactly is going on within the oil sector? I wanted us to really dissect the current realities of the oil world, how we went from past glory to what we are at this moment. But changes or spontaneous things happen, or things happen spontaneously, and you just have to immediately have conversations to have. But not to worry, we will have that conversation next week. Hopefully we're able to get Balazaka to join us for that conversation around the oil sector, the problems with crude supply, or is it something of an intervention, or maybe the weighted rate, which is the new terminology that has come alive in the conversation around, seems to be at the front burner, is the conversations around the complexities between the relationship that we have with the state and local government. This is one conversation that we've not been able to exhaust because it has said something, and that is the highest court in the land. You cannot contend with any ruling that comes out of the Supreme Court. And so I decided that we're going to have a conversation. You and I'll open the phone lines as early as possible and hear your opinion, your unfiltered opinion about the complexities of the state and local government relationships in light of the recent report that we saw in the Punch newspaper. And I'll refresh your memory if you did not exactly catch that story. But then again, as you know, local government in Nigeria has become something of the weeping child, metaphorically speaking, of the state governors, and we have elected officials that have been rendered almost useless because they are the beck and call of state governors, and at every slightest opportunity, right, they can either sack or dissolve the local government at will, and this usually is to the detriment of both the people who elected them and democracy in itself, because it threatens the strength of democracy in the country. And in attempting to sort of examine the entire scenario, we're going to speak about the complex relationship between the state and local government against the backdrop of the latest development that was reported in the Punch newspaper yesterday. It was an independent investigation, right, that was conducted by Punch. And they made a report about it. It was actually on the front page. That was the top story in the papers yesterday for Punch newspaper. And they gave us something of an insight, right, that the federal government and the state governors and also the local government, they might have agreed to a 3-month moratorium on local government autonomy over concerns that are arising from impact on salary payment and something of the operational viability of the local government, because the Supreme Court ruling grants them financial autonomy, and to transition, right, the transition in some of the responsibilities that usually were domiciled with the state government will now be transferred to the local government. And there are concerns that if they dump these responsibilities on local government, or this transition is too swift, we might see some sort of reduction in the capacity of the local government, because they are not necessarily used to carrying out these activities. And at least 7 to 10 governors, at least 7 governors in the past have either sacked or dissolved local government councils. And aside from sacking these local government officials, we have state governors who deny local government access to their statutory allocation